Welcome viewers, Dr. JWA. I wouldn't say Australia's in a very good place at all. They're arguing over multiracialism, multiculturalism, monoculturalism. Australia has stopped recognising itself, and it's a travesty. When the flag became something to hide. Australians, have you ever looked at the Australian flag and wondered why displaying it now seems to require an explanation? Have you? Nobody banned the flag in Australia. That would have been too obvious. Instead, it slowly moved from the front, first from the front of council buildings, then from shop windows on Australia Day. Then it was replaced by carefully worded statements about inclusion, sensitivity, and community responsibility. Each decision appeared harmless. Nobody was told they could not love Australia. They were merely taught that expressing that love might make someone else uncomfortable. An elderly veteran named Peter noticed it first. He arrived at his local civic ceremony wearing the medals he had worn for years and years after what he suffered in war. Above the stage were banners recognising almost every form of belonging imaginable. But the Australian flag stood folded behind a curtain. When Peter quietly asked why, an organiser told him the event was trying to remain welcoming to everyone. Now, this was in Australia. He looked around at the country he had served and realised its own symbol was now considered the obstacle to belonging. The next generation learned quickly. Children stopped drawing flags at school. Businesses removed them from advertising. Public figures spoke warmly about every inherited identity except the national identity beneath their own feet. And nobody called it surrender, they called it progress. Veteran Peter returned home and placed his small flag in a drawer. Not because he had stopped loving Australia, but because he had begun to feel embarrassed for loving it openly. People were challenged by people. People were uncomfortable with people that loved Australia. And that was how Australia changed, not through violence, not through law, but through millions of private withdrawals from Australia's true identity. A flag does not disappear when it is burned, viewers. It disappears when the people who once raised it began lowering their eyes when they heard the word Australia.